Welcome to today's live stream. In today's live stream, we're gonna do our usual WIX SEO, website design, review, advice, consulting, whatever it is. So the premise is that I'll essentially just review your guys' websites, give you some advice on things you can improve on. So it can be anything from design standpoint, or if you have any issues with your SEO, or if you want to improve something in terms of speed or anything. I'm basically here giving you consulting for free, so I'm all yours essentially. And how these live streams work is that you send the name of your brand in the chat of the live stream, or you could also join the Discord channel and just send me a private message on Discord with a link to your website, and I'll just get it that way. And the Discord link is also in the description of the live stream as well. Now, you can't send any links in the chat directly, because if you do send a link in the chat, it will just automatically get removed. I've tried to get rid of this for a while, but it doesn't seem to work. YouTube doesn't want anyone to send links in the chat for obvious reasons. So the best thing to do is just send the name of your brand essentially, and I'll just Google it and find it, hopefully. We'll see a testament to your SEO if it's good or not. And that's basically it. So the live stream is really heavily dependent on user input, and it's usually pretty hard to get a lot of people in here all at once, given that a lot of people are in different time zones and whatnot. But usually we have a couple of people tune in. Most important part, just don't send the link in the chat, because it will get automatically removed. Hopefully the sound and everything is good. I don't have my proper mic. I usually use this one. I ran into an issue. I got a new desk. I moved apartment as well, so I got a whole new setup, dual screen, looks perfect. You can't actually see what yeah, whatever, that's fine. I got a new desk, I got a new setup, everything is all new. The issue is my old mic arm, or whatever it's called, it's way too short. Barely reaches halfway of the new desk. And yeah, I mean, I would have to sit either over here, which I can barely use dual monitors, and I don't know why I'm talking in this. And if I put it on this side, I mean, I could potentially put it here, but then the way that this room is you walk over here, so it would just block where you're walking essentially. So I have to get a new mic arm. But hopefully the sound is good. Hopefully everything is fine. But do let me know if there's anything special that I should have a look at. I think the video quality is fine. I got a new light as well for the YouTube videos. I haven't used it yet in a video, but I'll be making a new video tomorrow. I'm not entirely sure what the video will be on, but something. Could be Wix, could be something else. But yeah, that's basically it. The new light is really good though. I got a proper light. I used to have a massive light. It was this big. The problem is the light bulb that was in it broke, so I had to use another one, which wasn't as bright as the old one. So the light wasn't that good. And the other issue is when I had the massive light, I couldn't put the camera central, because the camera would essentially block the light. Imagine the camera here, so there would be a shadow on my face anyway. Now I got the ring light, and I think it's pretty good. And now I'm just using it with my webcam as well, but I think everything is looking pretty good, to be honest. Pretty happy with the new setup. No, I don't see any links yet. I don't see anyone in the chat yet, so I'm assuming I'm just talking to myself at this point. But if you want your website reviewed, what you'll have to do is send the name of your brand in the chat. Once you send the name of your brand, I'll look it up, I'll find your website, I'll give you advice on whatever you need. If you want me to give you advice in terms of design, I'm happy to do so, or SEO or anything else. I'm essentially all yours, so just send me anything you want me to review, I'll have a look at it. And that's basically it. You can also send it on the Discord channel. If you're part of the Discord channel, it's free to join, linked in the video description or the live stream description. So you can link that way as well if you want to. Cool. So let's see if we can get some people interested. Tune in. Otherwise, it'll just be me talking forever. While we're waiting for someone to send something, today I tried to make a TikTok video, and I've been trying to figure out how to edit videos directly in the TikTok app, and it's just a pain in the ass, to be honest. I don't like trying to edit something on TikTok is, I don't know, there's something about the design of everything. It's not confusing, but it just doesn't work like it should. Like if you add an image, you can't like change the duration of the image, and everything is really odd in the app. So I have a lot of everyone who makes videos on TikTok, they're really good at it for some reason, because I don't know, I can't figure it out. I've made some videos, but obviously it's a bit more tricky than I thought it would be. It's almost easier to just edit the videos directly on desktop and then just send it over. Although I haven't tried that way yet. Cool. And this is basically how we'll have to wait up till someone joins. If you're just tuning into the live stream, the premises of this stream is essentially reviewing your guys' websites live, giving you free consulting, free advice on design and SEO. So if you're interested, just pop the name of your brand in the chat. I'll have to keep repeating this over and over till someone essentially sends their brand, and usually when someone does it, someone else does it as well. So we usually go from there. But yeah, while we're waiting for someone to send in their website, we'll just have to wait. Does anyone have any input on the quality while we're waiting? Is the sound good? If you're just tuning in, I just had the story about the microphone. I just switched microphone to this headset one, which I do look like a gamer as I got these headphones on. Although my desktop doesn't have Bluetooth connection, so I can't use my Bluetooth headphones, which I would love to use. The problem with using these headsets, they're really good, and they're good for like multiple reasons. The sounds are a lot better than like Bluetooth headphones. But the problem is when you're doing like Zoom calls or anything business related and you have your webcam on, they don't really look that professional. So I think that's the only downside of it. But yeah, if you want your website reviewed, I'm gonna say this once again, if you want your website reviewed, all you do is send the name of your brand in the chat. If you send it a link, it's not gonna work. It will just automatically get removed. It's YouTube that does it. I don't do it, so keep that in mind. It's just I can't see it if you send a link. Just send the name of your brand. I'll figure it out. I'll find your brand and I'll give you a review in terms of design, SEO, whatever it is. Second option is you can join the Discord channel. The Discord channel is also free to join, and you can send a link to me directly on Discord in a private message. And if you do it that way, obviously I can click the link directly in case I don't find your website for whatever reason. But if you want to send the link of your, or the name of your, if you want to send your website in the chat, make sure you don't send the link, just send the name of your business and I'll find it essentially. I think that's the most important part. Well, yeah, while we're waiting, I'm not entirely sure what we should be doing. I do have the WIX SEO website up. Although I don't want to make any major changes because I kind of want to keep it as it is for the tutorial purpose. So I don't think we'll do any changes here, but I'll probably showcase something in case you guys want to know something, or if I got anything cool to show you guys. But yeah, that's basically it. Monday afternoon. Let's see if we get some people in here. Yep. As always, like, it's the trickiest part is when you do these live streams. Getting it started is a bit tricky. The retention rate on my channel is not the best, so a lot of people, I don't know, in different time zones and whatnot. So that's an issue. Well, let's see if we get someone who's interested. And once again, if you want your website reviewed, all you have to do is send the name of your website in the chat. Don't send the link, you get automatically removed. And if you want to send a link, you have to do it through Discord. So just join the Discord channel, send me a private message, and you'll be able to find me in there. Let's see here. Let me just open up the Discord channel as well. Yeah, so there you go. Oh, you can't see it. There you go. Hopefully I don't show anything that you shouldn't see. No, I think it's all good. Perfect. That's perfectly fine. Yes, I'm doing reviews. So if you want your website reviewed, all you have to do is send the name of your brand in the chat, or you can send it to me directly through private message on Discord. Because if you send the link of your website in the chat, it will just get automatically removed. I should probably put this information in the description of the live stream, but I'm honestly too lazy to do so, and people usually don't read it. But yeah, if you want your website reviewed, just send it in the chat. The name of your brand, that is. If you send a link, automatically removed. And that's the basics of it. Alright, cool. Let me just send this in the Discord channel as well. Get some people in here. So doing website reviews live. Come join. Perfect. Cool. Great. And if you want to join the Discord channel, I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but it's in the description as well. So there will be a link, completely free to join. And yeah, you can just tune into the Discord channel. Cool. So we got one website to start off. So we got Dogs Matter. So let's have a look. Let's see if we can find it to start off. Dogs Matter 2G. I'm having a look at your logo on YouTube. I'm trying to see something that looks like that one. Dog fostering for alcoholics and addicts. Is it this one? All dogs. Try Dogs Matter Melbourne. Cool. This is a testament to your SEO. So let's let's see if we can find you or not. Yes. I think this should be you. Yes, it is, because I can recognize the logo from your YouTube profile. It's not. You sure it's not this one? Oh, maybe it's the delay. I'm pretty sure it should be this one. And if anyone else also wants their website reviewed, just send the name of your brand in the chat and I'll find it. No worries. So before we dive into this, just if you want your website reviewed as well, just send the name of your business in the chat. Don't send a link because it will get automatically removed, so I cannot do anything with it. I can see it. You can also send it on Discord if you join the Discord channel. Free to join in the video or live stream description as well. Cool. With that being said, let's have a look. So we have the logo here at the top. We have an image which is text-based. That's good. I thought it actually was just an image with the text on it first. So we do have some content on here. So evidence-based, result-driven, easily learn how to ignore distractions using reward-based training that will give you the results you always wanted. That's perfectly fine. I'm assuming this would be your H1. Let's see if we can find it in here. H1, there we go. Yep, that's your H1. Okay, got it. So the H1, if you haven't watched my tutorials or if you don't know anything about SEO, the H1 title will be the most important title. So weird because I'm looking this way, but I know the camera is this way, but just forget it. The H1 is the most important title that you have on the website. If I would show it basically like this, so we've got an H1 title here at the top. It's going to be the most important title, followed by the H1 title. You'll have your H2 titles, and those usually are separated. So let's say the H2 title here is talking about how to groom your dog, let's say. Under that title, you might have another title underneath it, and that could be H3. So this is how to groom your dog, and this is how to groom, let's say, I don't know, a very specific dog type, and it's under the same content essentially. So that's how you want to structure your H titles. I have no idea if that makes sense, but sure. Let's go with that. So this is going to be the most important title of your website. You want to make sure you have one of these per page, so you don't have multiple per page, because Google want to understand what is the purpose of this page and what is the most important subject. In this case, we have evidence-based, result-driven. I'm not sure if this is going to be your highest priority in terms of keywords. You still want to have it in here. On the homepage, usually what's the most important keyword is usually either the name of your business or the main thing that your business does. So if you're doing, not entirely sure yet what you do, perfectly behaved dogs start here. I'm guessing, yeah, training. So dog training. If I were you, unless you have other pages which mention this, so I'm not gonna go ahead of myself here, probably the main title of your website should be something about, I don't know, dog training Melbourne, maybe. Because if we look at dog training Melbourne, let's see who's ranking number 1, dogtraining.com AU. You can see what they have done. You can see the main title is obviously the most important title for them, and it also includes the most important keyword for them: professional dog training in Melbourne. So I would, in case you're interested in doing SEO, which I recommend everyone to do essentially, is change this to something that's more related to what your business does. Evidence-based, result-driven. Push this down somewhere else. I mean, you can probably have it in here in the content somewhere, but just switch this up. Glad you're finding it helpful. For everyone else tuning in, if you also want your website reviewed, you can send the name of your business in the chat. You can also send the link of your business if you join the Discord channel, because if you send the links in the YouTube chat, it will just automatically get removed. So send the name of your business or send a link on Discord. Cool. Let's move on. So yeah, I would obviously change this up. In terms of the title tag of the page, we have Melbourne dog training. You have your main title in the title tag, so that's perfect. So the title tag is going to be this title up here, same title that will show up here in Google. So that one is already Melbourne dog training. So if you would just add it in here as well, double up that relevance for that specific keyword. Cool. Perfectly behaved dog starts here. Internal linking looking good. Let's just have a look where these take us. So the About Us page. Cool. I like the design of the website. The design looks great, actually. You have done a great job. Amazing job, actually. This this looks really good. I like it. I really feel like you spent a lot of time on this. Image, your relationship look like this. I don't like this. I would like to have an image here. But I don't know. It's more of a design perspective. Discover free content. That's perfect. But that takes us... Okay, so this button here actually just takes me to the home page. So it just scrolls me back up again, which can be confusing for users. If they're clicking on this button, they're expecting to get free content. and all that happens is just takes you back to the top of the page. So either this one I would link somewhere, or link to, you're probably not going to link somewhere on the page because you don't have anything about free content here. Yeah, so that's probably just a minor mistake. So yeah, I'll just change the link here. I see that it's new, so maybe you haven't really checked that out. These are great because I can see that you have actually created specific topics for specific niches, I guess, or specific services. Stop bad behavior, off-leash training. Let's see where you're taking people here. Okay. Here's another opportunity for you, actually. For these specific services that you're offering, what I would do is create a specific landing page for each specific service. And then when someone clicks learn more for off the leash training, for example, they should land on a page that specifically talks about off the leash training. And on that page, you can also narrow it down and try to target off leash training in Melbourne. So you can cater that content around off leash training. And that way, that specific page can also rank in Google. And same goes for stop bad behavior. That page can also rank for stop bad dog behavior, I guess, Melbourne, all breeds. I'm not sure about this one, what the target keyword would be. You'll have to do some keyword research for this, but you get the idea. So for each specific service, create content around that specific service. Start by obviously focusing on the services that you sell the most, or which is the most popular. So I'm assuming off the leash training is going to be the most popular one. And that way you can also rank for those keywords. Let's see here, Melbourne. Let's see here, off the leash training Melbourne. Currently we have, I think you could rank number 1 here because it doesn't seem like anyone is using this strategy. Dog obedience training. No, I'm not entirely sure about dog training. I'm not very into the industry. Dog obedience training, I'm not sure if this is the same thing, but if you would have off-leash training on that specific page, I really think you would rank here because it doesn't seem like anyone has any obedience training, off-leash training. I guess that's kind of the same thing, it seems like. I think you will be able to rank here fairly well. And what I would do is just Google the keywords you want to rank for, look at what your competitors are doing, like this guy right here. And try to create something similar to them, obviously following your own format and making sure that your content is either better, more entertaining, better looking, and that way I think you could actually rank pretty well and just build up your authority of your website. And I think that's the most basic thing I would start with. Cool. Hopefully that was helpful. I mean, I said a lot of things about your website. Hopefully some of it was helpful. I'm probably not going to keep rambling because it will just add too many things to your to-do list. But I would start with those things and improve those things. And then eventually, I mean, you'll just grow your organic traffic that way. So that's definitely where I would start. Cool. Do we have anyone else who's interested in getting their website reviewed? If you want to get your website reviewed, all you have to do is send the name of your business in the chat. Don't send a link, just send the name of your business and I'll find it, I'll Google it. Or you can join the Discord channel, which is free to join. It's in the live stream description. So if you want to join the Discord channel, you can just send me a private message and I'll find your website that way as well. And so far we haven't gotten any private messages. So while we're waiting, I'll just sit back and relax. Nothing to lose here. Free advice, free consulting. Should be $100 an hour, but it's completely free, so come in. Once in a lifetime opportunity right here. Yeah, everything else on your website looks great, by the way, so just Looks perfect. Internal linking pretty much everywhere, which looks good. I don't like the design of the menu, but it's not the biggest thing. It's just minor. Yeah, come on, post your website. Usually it's a bit hard to get people to post their websites. One, because they don't listen, they just send a link of their website and they can see it on their side, but I can see it. So they just sit there and wait. And eventually they just leave because I don't say anything, but I can't see it. So we'll see if we get some more people in here. Bum, bum. Once again, if you just joined and want your website reviewed, and I probably should put this in the description, but if you want your website reviewed, send the name of your business in the chat. Don't send the link, because the link will automatically get removed. And every time I live stream, I say this. I should have a button for it, so I don't have to say it. I can just press a button and just automatically say it. But don't send the link of your website. It's very important. It'll just automatically get blocked. So if you want your website reviewed, please send the name of your business. The name of your business, not the link, just the name of your business, and I'll find it. And I also appreciate if you could leave a like on the live stream as well. Very much appreciated. Cool. Very cool niche though. I never worked with anyone in the dog niche. Or maybe I did. I don't remember. Cool. Do we have anyone else who's interested? I'll just look at my phone while we're waiting. Hopefully that's fine. Anyone? Your first time doing a website? Well, you've done a great job. Really, it looks great. And I especially like this little animation. Oh, looks cool. And if you want more content about WIX SEO in general, I mean, I have this WIX SEO series on the channel, which is, I don't know how many episodes I got at this point, but I think we have probably 5, 6, 8, 10 videos on WIX SEO. Some of them are a bit old, so I mean, did my live stream just finish or what's happening now? I think it's good. Okay, cool. But yeah, I got a bunch of free content on the channel, but keep in mind some of them are really old, so some of the advice might not be the best, but keep that in mind. I do have some new or newer videos as well. You can tell by the thumbnails they look a bit different, but the newer ones I would say are a lot better in terms of video quality as well. Yeah, I got one on website performance, which is also taking into account in your organic rankings. So that's something to work on as well. Do we have anyone else who want their website reviewed? I see that we have a lot of people popping in and popping out. I'm assuming you want your website reviewed. If you want your website reviewed, please make sure to send the brand name of your, the name of your brand in the chat. Don't send the link. If you send the link, it will just automatically get removed. And you can send the link through Discord as well, and the Discord is linked in the video description or live stream description. I love doing these live streams, they're great. But the only problem is, it's a bit hard to get people in here who's interested, which is also a bit odd, to be honest. Alright, Still waiting. What do we got? What do we got? Anyone? Anyone? I'm gonna fall asleep at this point. I kind of want to do some like work while waiting for someone to send something, but that's even more boring, to be honest. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, if someone just tuned in to get your website reviewed. Okay, I'm gonna put this in the live chat actually, so I don't have to keep repeating myself, and hopefully people actually read it. Let me put it in the chat. So we got if you want. Cool. Perfect. What do I do for a living? I used to run my own marketing agency. I later moved to London and got a job as an account manager at a SEO agency or marketing agency, digital agency, and managed some bigger brands, which was a good opportunity because I got to learn more about the industry from a larger perspective. I used to work with smaller clients such as EU and bigger brands as well, maybe 10 million in revenue a year, which is fairly large brands. But when I moved to the agency, obviously I got to work with brands that got like $1 billion revenue per year, so we're talking like huge brands. Obviously a good opportunity to learn how the industry works. After that I moved back to Sweden. I'm currently studying for business economics, which is interesting. And while doing that I also do freelancing, and obviously YouTube is also my job as well. And then I got 100 different projects going on at the same time, so I do have some other things. But yeah, one of my projects I'm working on, if anyone wants to have a look, there you go. The design is not finished yet, but there it is. If you want your website, cool. Can I pin this in the chat? Yes, I can. Cool, perfect. There you go. So if you want your website reviewed, if you missed it, what you'll have to do is send the name of your brand in the chat or send me a private message on Discord, and that way I'll find your website and we can start reviewing, and you'll get a perfect nice review like I just did for Dogs Matter. She found it very helpful, which is great to hear. So if we got someone who's interested, bum, bum. How can you work with me? Do I have a site? You could send me an email. I believe my email is also in the description. It should be in the video description. Let me have a look. No, it's not. And let me actually add it to the description. Let's see here. There we go. Cool. Now it should be in the description of the video or live stream. So you can send me an email there. Let me just double check. So is the right email? Yes, it was. Okay, cool. Now, if you're just tuning into the live stream, once again, if you want your website reviewed, please make sure to send the brand name in the chat and not the link, because otherwise it will get automatically removed. You can also send the link on Discord as well, send a private message on Discord. Love to do a deep dive with you. Yeah, no worries. Send me an email and I'll get back to you once I'll have time, and we'll see what we can do. You can sit through a 101. I'll offer services as well doing it. And and we can work things out. You are my favorite YouTuber. Thank you very much, Anton. I do appreciate it. You are my favorite subscriber as well. Now, if you just tune into the live stream and you want your website reviewed, what you'll have to do is send the brand name of your website in the chat and not a link. You can send the link through Discord if you want, but then you'll have to join the Discord channel, which is free to join. Also a great place for everyone to just hang out. If you have any questions, you can chat with other people from the channel. And I'm trying to grow the Discord channel as well, so I would appreciate if you joined. Just nice to talk to other people which are like-minded, share advice, share opinions on things, things like that. I'm also looking for a copywriter, so if you're a copywriter in the chat, I'm happy to pay you good money if you're obviously good at writing. So send me a private message on Discord as well, and we can work something out. I'll probably just do a long live stream today, because I don't really have anything else to do tomorrow, so I can be up late. That's totally fine. No responsibilities. Do we have anyone else who's interested? If you want your website reviewed, all you have to do is send the name of your brand in the chat, or you can send a link on Discord as well. It's linked in the live stream description. And yeah, interesting. Cool. If you just tune into the live stream, I'm not sitting here doing nothing. I'm waiting for someone to send their website, and if you want your website reviewed, all you have to do is send a brand name or the name of your business in the chat. Don't send the link, please. Or join the Discord channel and send the link that way. Once you send the name of your business, I will start reviewing your website. I love doing these reviews. I just want someone to send their website. I don't care. Like, whatever website you got, send it. Send it my way. Completely free of charge, consulting. I can review design perspective, SEO perspective, whatever you want. Just send it over, and we can see what we can do. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, while we're waiting, I'm just gonna go turn off the light in the background. Because I think that messed up the... Yeah, now it looks better. And then, let me turn on the light. Yep, that's the right one. Cool. I think that's better. If you want your website reviewed, if you just turn into the live stream, all you have to do is send the name of your business in the chat or send me the link on Discord. Eventually, right here will be my YouTube play button. 100k subscribers when we eventually get it. Going at this rate, we'll probably hit it in a couple of years, but hopefully we can speed that up a little bit. And eventually I'll have my diamond play button somewhere. Maybe double up on this side. I look so fat with this wide camera angle, it's not even funny. I'm not this big in real life, I swear. It's not true. If you just joined the live stream and you want your website reviewed, what you'll have to do is send the name, the brand name in the chat, and I'll review your website as soon as you send it. You can also send the link to your website in Discord. Discord is also free to join. So if you want to join the Discord channel, you can just click the link in the video description, join the Discord channel, send me a private message, and I'll review your site. Seems like a slow day, huh? I guess it's Monday, everyone is busy. Nobody got time for me, eh? Camera really looks great. Let me see if I can do something while we're waiting. If you want your website reviewed, I've said it many times, but if you want your website reviewed, just send the name of your business in the chat or send me the link on Discord. Okay, let's see here what we can do with the camera. I can make saturation really high, but then I will just look really red. Or we can just do black and white. Maybe 100? I don't think I look that red. I think 100 is better. Oh, 20 SAC from Eric. Thanks, Eric, for 20 SAC. I appreciate it. Don't have a website, but good tips. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. YouTube is gonna take half of that, but I appreciate the 10 SAC. How do I make the video less gray? Good question. It's not, like, it doesn't look like real life, which is weird. I think that's better at least. Even like the desk here looks very gray. Like this is brown. Or no, it doesn't look gray, it looks green almost. This is brown. Check Discord. Travel to the design of my blog while you're waiting. Yes, sure thing. Free dog training. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. We got another website to review. If you also want your website reviewed, thanks again for sending your website. I appreciate it. We got something to do. So if you also want your website reviewed, send the brand name of your website in the chat. Oh, here you go. We got almost $6 donation. Thank you very much, Anton. Thank you, thank you. Eric didn't get a notification. Well, you got one for some reason. And once again, if you want your website review, just send the name of your business, not the link, and that's it. Okay, let's have a look. So we got another one, which freedogtraining.com AU. This domain just takes me back to your old website, so I'm not sure if that was on purpose. But you're not internally linking here, so I guess this is kind of like a sales funnel page, sales page in a way. Probably good running paid ads on this one, because the user can't click anywhere unless they're like actually clicking whatever you're taking them. So that's a good idea. Yeah, it's a redirect to my blog page to make it easy to tell people. Ah, smart. Train your dog with us for free. I think that's fine. Once again, I will probably see if this is the main keyword you want to rank for this page. I see in the title tag you have free training. Obviously, free training is very broad. Free training for what? Free training football, free training for, I don't know, shooting. This is in Australia, actually. I don't think you have guns. Free training for whatever, right? So it's very broad. So here, maybe just add dogs in there, or dog training or something. Because now it's just free training, tips, tricks, and advice. For what? Do I get dating advice in here, or what do I get? So you want to make sure that whenever you create a page, whenever you create one piece of content, make sure that the content is obviously relevant to what you're writing about everywhere throughout. So the most important part is making sure that the title tag of your page describes what the page is about, because the user, when they're in Google also for that matter, wants to know what is the page about, and that is where the title tag kind of describes that part, what the page is about. So yeah, making sure you have a title tag that's relevant is going to be really important. Moving on from there, obviously H1 tag should also be related to what you have in the title tag to add onto that relevance, obviously building out that relevance for that specific page. And then throughout the body content of the page, you also want to make sure that you have the keywords kind of spread out. Obviously you don't want to have the keywords everywhere, because that wouldn't make sense. Google sees that as just trying to fish the system kind of. So you don't want to overdo it in terms of keywords, but I would definitely recommend you to kind of put the keywords throughout the text, just to add that relevance obviously to the text. And you can add them to the titles as well. So featured, for example, you can change this title to something related to what you're doing. If you have like a second keyword you want to target for this specific page, free content for, or free advice for blog, for free advice for dog owners, or free advice for new dog owners, whatever it is. So these titles, you could essentially make sure that they're more relevant to the topic itself. Although featured, I mean, it's fine. So it depends kind of what you want to do, because obviously having longer titles also change the appearance of the page as well in terms of from a design perspective. Dog Trainers of Australia. Got some good views on that. That's good. Let's see where this takes us. Dog Trainers of Australia. I mean, this is at least related to dogs, so that's good. Because you're kind of just linking to different dog trainers. That's cool. This one, I would probably... Yeah, it's not always possible to train with us. This one also could be a good idea to probably name this blog post like top 10 dog trainers in Australia. People love to click things in Google with numbers on it. Probably if I search for dog trainers Australia, we'll probably get a top 10 list. So this is more like about the intent for that specific search, but let's see what we get. Maybe I'm wrong. Yep. 15 of the best dog trainers in Australia, 10 best dog trainers in Australia. At least we got 2, and these are ranking pretty well. People like lists for these types of searches, like if you have like a list. So you could probably rank better for this page. You can see this. This is essentially what you got already. But if you change the title tag, maybe the title of the blog post itself to something similar, like top 5 best or top 10 best, I think that could add more relevance to the blog post as well. Cool. Anything more on here? Dog training, dog trainers, lessons, more other things. Dog trainers. Okay, if I click dog trainers, what changes here? Does the content underneath it change? Okay. I see how it works. So this is just a blog post essentially, and this one doesn't have any. Because this kind of looks like a button, but I guess it's not. I would probably change the design of this because it really does look like a button, so I think more than me, or other people than just me, will try to click this, which is probably not very good from my user perspective, because someone is going to think, oh, it's not working, like something's broken. So I'll probably change this design. But yeah, I think the rest of it is fine. You already have one. 5 steps to make it into the dog training world. Why does the chameleon have so few levels? That's very niche. I have no idea what that is. Cool. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So obviously, just having a look at the content itself, having a look at what other people are doing, and understanding the search intent. I think that's the most important part when you create a piece of content. So I have an idea. I want to create a blog post for cookie recipe, or maybe that's already, you already kind of have the intent behind it. But let's say you're just creating a piece of content, a blog post. You have an idea of what you want to create. I would, before you begin writing it, just Google the keyword, see what the top websites are, like what they do on their websites. How is the content structured? What are they talking about? What are they linking to? Is it long format content, or is it just short format? Maybe it's just an easy, quick answer. So that means, okay, I think I'm just making more confusing than what it is. If the #1 website for that specific keyword has short format content, that means that the user searching for that keyword want a short answer. Not all of the time, but generally that's what it means. So then you don't want to make a blog post that's 10,000 words in case it's just an easy answer and people are just looking for that quick answer, because that wouldn't make sense. So you want to make sure that whatever you're creating content for, that the content is relevant to those specific keywords that you want that specific piece of content to rank for. I think I'm making it a lot more complicated than what it was. Such a good insight that never crossed my mind. Yep. I think that's just what you learn after doing this for way too long. Okay, cool. Do we have anyone else who wants their website reviewed or wants feedback on something? All you have to do is send the name of your brand in the chat, or send me a private message on Discord with the link to your website. So either send it in the chat, but don't send the link, it will get automatically removed, or you can send me a private message on Discord with a link. That's totally fine. And if we don't have anyone else interested, or I don't know, I don't have anything else to do, so I'm happy to stay for a while. I'm gonna go grab another Red Bull, so I will get a heart attack. I'll be right back. if someone just tuned into the live stream, if you want your, if you want to get your, I've been saying this for way too many times. If you want to get your website reviewed, all you have to do is send the name of your business, name of your brand in the chat. Don't send the link, and I'll have a look at your website and I'll give you the advice you want, if you want from SEO perspective or design perspective. Don't send the link, that's the most important rule. If you send a link in the chat, it will get automatically removed. I can't see it, no one else can see it, so we can't find your website. So just send the name of your business and I'll find it. Or the second option is to join the Discord channel, which is also linked in the live stream description. So you can also send it that way as well. And that way you can also send a link in case you want to send the link instead. Here we go. Finally, we got someone else. Oh, finally. Thank you, Rising Sun Enterprises. I appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in. Can you review one of your own websites and talk about some basic things, inclusions you intentionally did, others can learn from? Yes, I can. But let's have a look at Rising Suns first. Computer clearance. That's interesting. Never worked with a computer clearance brand before. So yeah, let's have a look. See, just the music stopped for whatever reason. I love that I'm watching like a YouTube copyright-free YouTube video, but it seems like the video itself is also like they got a copyright strike, which is interesting. Okay, Rising Sun's computer clearance. It's a business located in the US in it's VA, West Virginia. I'm assuming. That's pretty cool. Am I right? West Virginia? It is? Or Virginia? I don't know. West Virginia. Yeah, okay, whatever. Let's have a look at the website. Okay, we got a lot of things. We got a lot of things to work on here. First off. But let's just make sure we're on the right website. Is this the right one? I'm just gonna assume that it's the right one. But I can wait for a response as well. I have to wait for the live stream delay. It is the right one. Okay, cool. I'm gonna do this from an SEO perspective because in terms of design, there's a lot of things to do, and I mean it's personal as well. Some people like it, some people don't. Yeah, but with that being said, there's a lot of things I will change on this website. I'll tell you that. I don't know where to begin. I don't know. I don't know where to start. Your one-stop shop, TV, computers, laptops, training, and repairs. First thing is, you have the relevancy here, but it's not entirely structured. So if I would assume, because you're doing computer clearance and electronics repair, now I'm not sure what your main business is. Like I'm not entirely sure what service sells the most, what people are interested in the most, what people call you about the most. But I would try to probably clean up this main title of your homepage to something that's more oriented towards what users are actually searching. So in most cases, if your laptop is broken or your phone is broken, you're just gonna search for phone repair or phone repair in, where was it? Sandstone, right? Sandstone? I don't know. People are gonna search for like the local searches. Laptop repair in Sandstone, computer repair in Sandstone, computer training. Yeah, I guess people search that as well. TV repair. So in terms of the main keyword on this page, obviously I would try to change this title to something that's more related. We do both 24 years, we generate 250k a year. That's a really great business for doing just repairs and those kind of services, which is great. I think you have a really great business going. But I think you could really get a lot more customers through the door by just improving the targeting of the homepage right here. The text here is fine, you have the body text, but just the title, I would change this to something else. Now, I'm not entirely sure what we'd change this to. Computer repair sandstone. And you're right, you're actually ranking pretty highly here. Now, I'm not entirely sure how big this town is either. Maybe there's not a lot of competitors in your area, but you are ranking fairly well for this actually. So you're doing a great job with the rankings for the homepage, which is actually surprising because you're. Let me have a look on SEMrush. Let's see what we got here. Okay, let's see at your organic traffic for Rising Sun Ltd. You had a huge spike in organic traffic recently. A massive spike right here. So you're doing something. I think someone made a lot of changes to the website recently or something, because you almost tripled your traffic, which is great. So someone did something. But yeah, other than that, I mean, from design perspective, I would change a lot of things on here. I would start by just aligning this text to the middle of the image itself, just to make it look a bit better. Probably change the logo up here. We were on TV. Ah, you were on TV. Okay, so you got a lot of branded traffic then, so that helped. Okay, no, that makes sense, because branded traffic trend, majority of people searching or coming to your website are actually coming from branded traffic. So people are just searching your business name, so that's where the majority of your traffic is coming from, so that makes sense. That is actually where you got most of your traffic from, so that makes sense. Okay, cool. But yeah, I would move this down to the middle of the TV. Population is 300,000. Okay, so it's fairly big then. In terms of the logo up here, if you don't have the logo in a digital file, then I would hire someone to replicate the logo that you already have. If you do have the logo at hand, just upload the logo right here and just change this out, because this doesn't look very professional, so I would just change it out and just do this update or improve the website from a design perspective, because I think this is just a picture of your store essentially. Let's see what we got. Yeah, I think it's just a really low quality picture of your store, which is great. I would update that. And moving down, our products and services. Here, once again, this will be related to the advice that I gave to Dogs Matter as well. For each of these services here, so you have recycling, reduce, reuse, laptops and computers, computer repair, classic gaming, and TV repair. What I would do here is create specific pages for each individual service. And that way, if I'm coming on your website, let's say I'm landing on your website, I'm a customer now. I want to learn more about what you're doing for, I don't know, laptop repair, like how much experience you got, what kind of laptops you can repair, and so much more, right? I want to know all about this before I actually come to your store, because I'm doing my research. I want to know which store I should go to. Should I go to this repair shop? I should go to another one. So I have your website open. I want to learn more about computer repair or laptop repair. I would add a link right here that users can click on. You can make a page, add, let's say, 600 words. You can make it however long you want to, but just add a page talking about specifically computer and laptop repairs. Then you have another one, or laptops and computer. Maybe you're selling. Okay, so I guess these are for sale. And then just one for computer repair, one for classic gaming, one page for TV repair, one page for recycling, reduce, and reuse. The second benefit you get from this is not only improving the user experience, but you're also improving from an SEO perspective, because you're adding more depth to the website. And those pages that you create you can actually target more keywords. So by just creating those additional pages, this page can rank for TV repair in sandstone or sandstone, whatever the name was. This page can rank for classic gaming. I'm not entirely sure. I guess this is like old classic gaming machines that you can buy, laptops and computers. I'm guessing this is you can buy laptops and computers. So this obviously is going to rank for another keyword. So by just making the page broader and by narrowing down your content for each specific service, you can broaden your reach, you can improve the user experience on the website, and you can make it a lot easier to convert people as well and reduce the phone calls that you get, because I'm gonna guess that a lot of people will call in and they will ask, okay, do you repair this type of laptop, or do you repair this type of phone? So by just having those specific pages, you can obviously improve that by a lot, and you don't have to take as many calls, and you can just improve the experience overall. Other than that, the image here in the background, I would change it. It's just a stock photo. I would try to add something that looks more branded. Maybe just a picture from your shop. It doesn't cost a lot to just hire a local photographer. Maybe you know someone who can do photography. Just take a couple pictures from the shop, maybe from some of the people working there, maybe just yourself. Add some of those pictures in here. I think that would just add more to the website's feel, make it feel more like a local company. Same goes with the pictures up here as well. I think probably the main pictures up here, I would probably add something that's more like, I want to feel like this is a local business, like local people I can trust. So adding an actual human face on there would make people have like a face on it, essentially. I'm rebuilding the site logo. You see, avatar is the actual logo. That makes sense. We're designing a new site, so I appreciate your input. No worries. I see now that you do have one page for computer training. This is essentially what you should do, but for all services. I would maybe keep the video. I don't know. But yeah, that's basically what I would start doing. I think that's the main starting point. I think this is something really basic that a lot of people don't take into account, but it's actually really important. Not only from user perspective, as I said, but also from SEO perspective, that you actually have content that is relevant to all the services that you're offering. Google loves content, users love content, and yeah, by just creating that content, Google can find it, Google can rank it, you'll be able to get more local customers. And for your specific business, and for Dogs Matter as well, it's about local SEO. In terms of SEO in general, if you're just doing e-commerce, for example, and you ship worldwide, the way that you look at SEO will be totally different. But from your perspective, I think it is easier, but it's also just more. It's a lot quicker in terms of ranking your website for local SEO. So you can have a huge impact on your business in a short time by just making these improvements. And I've had one local business, which they were a local ice cream shop, and that's the only thing they did. They sold ice cream, Italian gelato specifically is what they sold. And this business owner called me up. He said that he was struggling with his business because all he sold was ice cream, and ice cream is obviously very seasonal dependent. He only essentially had 2 months a year because we're in Sweden as well, so you don't have a lot of summer months. So Sally, you got 2 months to essentially make a whole year's salary, or all the money that you need to have your business run, essentially. But what we did with his business is we just turned it around, and he started doing other services related to food. So he started doing catering, offering other types of foods, and we started ranking his websites for all sorts of keywords in that specific industry. And now he's just doing totally fine. His business just flipped. All right, so he basically tripled his revenue, and he's doing great. He's doing great. So that's one of the greatest experiences that I had, because I love helping local businesses actually. because he has more of an impact on local businesses. Because if you look at a business doing 10 million a year, adding a couple 100,000 a month is not going to have that much of an impact. But if you compare it to a small local business that can double their business or triple their business in basically a year, it's just more exciting, especially when you work closely with those people as well. Great point. I always try to minimize the amount of pages on my site. Minimizing the amount of pages is the opposite of what you should be doing. What is my ranking in DEA? Are these still important? Someone was trying to sell me map mentions. No, don't listen to anyone trying to sell you backlinks. Or you can buy backlinks, but you should be very careful with anyone trying to sell you all these SEO services. There's a lot of sketchy people. There's a lot of people in this industry that all they do is like, I'm never gonna promise anyone like, oh, in the next month you'll be #1 for all your keywords. Like if someone says that to you, especially salespeople, go the other direction, because there's no one can ever guarantee you anything in terms of SEO. It's always a guessing game. Even I can say, okay, make these changes and you'll rank #1, because it's up to Google's algorithm, and no one can say, okay, you're gonna rank #1, because if someone could say that, they would essentially dominate all of Google, and they would dominate the whole world, because I could rank for buy a t-shirt, buy a boat, buy a car. I could rank for all those websites. Imagine how much power I would have if I knew exactly how to rank every single time #1. It's a lot more difficult than some people make it seem. But yeah, as for domain authority, it is important. Domain authority is important. Let me open it here. Domain authority checker. There we go. Let's have a look at your domain authority. We got authority score on SEMrush as well, which is 9, which is very low. Let me translate this to English. There we go. Yeah, we got domain rating of 38. I think that's totally fine, to be honest. Your domain rating will just increase over time as you create more content, create more pages, and get more backlinks. Backlinks usually come naturally. You're mentioned in a local newspaper, or you're mentioned with, like, say you're working with another business and they link to your business on their website. That's usually the easiest way to get backlinks built up naturally. Then again, you can also do paid backlinks. Usually when I reach out, maybe there's a local tech blogger in your area, which you can reach out to and say, hey, we'll pay you. This is a bit, you'll have to mark those backlinks as paid. It's not really black, it's kind of in a gray area in terms of SEO. But you can pay someone, local blogger, $500, let's say, for a link on their local website. Maybe they can write just a blog post. This is the local shop. I was there. I had a good experience with repairing my phone. Obviously, they should mention that it's a paid post as well. So I did that with another client. His business is similar to mine. This is what I did for him. Digital at Hard Repair, located in Culpeper. Digital at Hard Repair. Let's see what we got. Culpeper. Yeah, design perspective, this website looks a lot better. It does look a lot better. This is just black iPad kind of looking thing. We'll probably change that. But yeah, this looks a lot better in terms of just design overall. Has a better flow to it. It makes more sense overall. It's more structured. So yeah, this one is definitely a lot better. Cool. I'm just rambling on. Do we have anyone else who joined the live stream who also want their website reviewed? If you want your website reviewed, you can send your brand name in the chat, or you can send a link to your website in Discord. You can send me a private message on Discord, and I'll review your website as well. Oof. Hopefully that was helpful. But yeah, obviously, don't listen to anyone trying to sell you anything crazy in terms of rankings. Prioritize your content. Just make sure that you provide content and a good user experience. It's hard sometimes to get that second perspective in terms of user experience, because when you're creating a website yourself, you don't usually see what the user sees, because you are so familiar with your own website, you already know where everything is. So I would also recommend you to ask friend or someone, friend or family, to just have a look at your website, someone who's never seen it before. Ask them to go through the website, ask them where they get stuck, where you can improve things. Maybe they'll say, okay, there should be a button here because I'm getting confused, where should I click? That's also a good way just to improve overall. His video about who he is will play on that first screen. Why can I do better sites for paying customers and not myself? When someone is paying for it, I mean, you probably put more effort into it. But yeah, this one is definitely a lot better than your own. Definitely a lot better. I think just yours just need a little bit of an overhaul. I would probably start from scratch. Just keep the content on it and then just start from scratch. If you're on Wix, which I assume you are on Wix, just add a theme or a template and then just go from there. Just add your own images and things. I think that's a good starting point. Looking at Dogs Matter, which we looked at earlier in the live stream, I mean, their design, or her design, I think it's a her. Her design is great. Like, this is also a Wix website, I do believe. Might be wrong. But this website is great. I mean, this doesn't even look like a Wix website. I really like this website. It's very colorful, looks very custom. Everything flows very well. In terms of performance, I have no idea how this performs, but it looks great. So if you want some design tips, ask Dogs Matter. She's the one to ask. Cool. If we have anyone else who wants their website reviewed, just send your brand name, or send me the link of your website in Discord. The Discord is linked in the live stream description, and then I'll just review your website from there. I can review from design perspective, SEO perspective, whatever you are in need of. Cool. Okay, while we're waiting for someone else to tune in and want their website reviewed, Dogs Matter wanted me to walk through one of my websites. Now, this is a website I've been working on, and I've not spent barely enough time on this. This is a project I'm working on with other people as well. I'm looking for a copywriter, so if you are a copywriter in the chat and you're looking for paid work, send me a private message on Discord. I'm looking for fluent English speakers, would be great. So yeah, if you want to do writing and if you're interested in cryptocurrencies, send me a private message. But yeah, this is a project I've been working on. Basically, all I've been talking about is implemented on this website. There's still some issues here and there that should be fixed here as well. The design, I'm not entirely happy with the design either. But giving you an overview of what we got, if we jump to compare, for example, we have a list here of different, see them as different blog posts. If you're not familiar with cryptocurrencies, just see these as different, I don't know, businesses, let's say. All of these businesses are structured, or all these pages are structured under here. You can see that the URL slug is related to what the page is about, eToro review. H1 title is related to the same things. We're adding relevance here, relevancy here. The title tag again includes eToro and review. It also includes some other key benefits in here as well. This is not a Wix website. This is a website made on WordPress, actually. And I can actually spot a design issue here. This should be white. As you can see, work in progress. But here you go. The basics is you have titles where you include the keywords throughout the text, you mention it throughout the body content. And this is more long format in terms of the content overall. Some other important aspects here is that I'm doing internal linking. I'm also using external linking. So here, for example, I'm linking to this person's LinkedIn profile just to add the relevancy here, because Google looks at, are you linking to other authority websites? Because are you referencing to something? Are you just speaking from your own sources, or are you actually referencing something else? This is more important if you're doing like financial topics. Not as important if you're doing dogs. If you're doing medical stuff, it's going to be super important because Google has to know that you are an authority on this topic and that you're using resources, because it has to be fact-based what you're writing. Same goes for, obviously, finance-related products as well. But I'm also doing internal linking to my own pages in here. This just makes it easier for Google to find these other pages as well. So if the Google crawler or the Google robot, as we can call it, find this website or this page, crawls this page, it will find this link as well. So this will take Google to the next page. So we'll go here, and then Google will rank or crawl this page as well, and then we'll go through again and crawl the next page. Let's see if we have some more internal links in here. And yes, here we go. So Bitcoin and Ethereum. So obviously Google is going to go in here, crawl this page. This is not linking correctly. Perfect example. Is it this one linking correctly? No, it's not. Okay, that's a bit embarrassing. You see the point. You want to use internal links to improve the crawlability of those pages, make your other pages more accessible as well. And from a user perspective, it's also a lot easier. If you're interested in that specific topic, let's say, what's Bitcoin, what's Ethereum, and you click those specific pages, that is meant to take you to another page that gives you more details about those specific topics, so you can learn more about those topics. And that's basically what it's doing. And there's so many more things to take into account. I mean, the images on here, all the image files are named after the relevancy of the page. So when you're naming the files of your images, you want to make sure that the file name is relevant to the picture. Normally what people do, they name it picture number 1, picture number 2, picture number 3. You want to make sure that it's relevant to the content you have on a page. So if you have a page about, I don't know, like this one, Binance Exchange, and this is a screenshot of how it looks. So this image should probably be called something Binance Exchange Dashboard. Adds another relevancy to the page. And then you want to add the alt tag to those images as well. And the alt tags can also be changed in Wix as well. So yeah, there's a lot of things to take into account. And those are some of them. Cool. If you want your website reviewed, now we've been looking at one of my projects. If you want your website reviewed, and if you're in the chat right now, all you have to do is send the name of your business in the chat. Don't send the link to your business, send the name of your business in the chat. Otherwise, it'll just get automatically removed. I'm not removing it, it's just YouTube that just does it automatically. I've tried to get rid of it, but it doesn't work. You can send the link, but you have to do it in Discord, and Discord is in the live stream description. If you do end up sending the brand name, just send it in the chat. I'll find it, I'll Google it, I'll figure it out, and that's it. I'm not sure if you're still here, Rising Sun Enterprises. No, that's not your name, but I'll just go by that because that's all I know. Hopefully the input was good. Hopefully it was valuable, and hopefully some of it was useful. Cool. Who's next? Who do we got? Who do we got? I don't think I have any messages on Discord. I got some friend requests, but I'm not sure if these are new or not. I'll just ignore it for now. Yeah, if you want your website reviewed, all you have to do, once again, love to have you on my show. You can send me an email. The email is in the live stream description, so you'll have my email. Just send me a quick email, send a few words, and I'll get back to you. Or you can send me, you can add me on Discord as well. Send me a private message on there. Whew. If you're just tuning into the live stream, if you want your website reviewed, all you have to do is send the brand, name of your brand in the chat, or send the link to your website on Discord. Two of the options. You will get free consulting, free tips, free advice from design perspective to SEO, anything you want. Send your business name. Once in a lifetime opportunity. Doesn't matter if you're still working on your website, doesn't matter if it's, I don't know, the worst website I've ever seen. I've seen a lot of bad websites, so it can't be that bad. Let's see what we got. If Red Bull could sponsor, they're not sponsoring me yet, so let me just turn this around. Let's keep it like that. Still waiting. Anyone? Anyone want their website reviewed? I'm waiting. Once in a lifetime opportunity. This would normally cost you $100 an hour, if not more. Free service, free SEO, free review. In terms of doing these live streams, they're not, from like a financial standpoint, they're not really worth my time. I really do enjoy doing these live streams, but in terms of like financial perspective, I'm really just, it's not really making me any money, is it? If you just tune into the live stream and you want your website reviewed, I'm doing a lot of free advertising for for Dogs Matter right now. If you want your website reviewed, send the name of your business in the chat or send me the link on Discord, and I'll start reviewing your website. No, I'm happy to review websites. It's actually, that's why I do these live streams. I really think it's funny to do. And I wish I had something similar to this when I just started out with SEO, but there's not a lot of people doing it live. At least not what I've seen online before. And I mean, when I started with SEO, it was just, I don't even think you could do live streams. At least not on YouTube. You could do it probably on Twitch, but not on YouTube. Patiently waiting. Again, if you want your website reviewed, send the name of your business in the chat. I think we're slowly dying off here. But it's always different time zones, so it's never really, it's a bit hard to know what's the best time to do these live streams. Usually I tend to have the most viewers at around 4, Swedish time, 4 or 5. It's currently 9:30, and I think majority of my viewers are in the US. So 4 or 5, I'm assuming that will be in the morning in most US states. So I think majority of people are watching my videos at night or in the morning in the US. 7 a.m. in Australia. Are you really awake early? Or you haven't gone to bed yet? Either way, I mean, both works, I guess. If you're just tuning into the live stream and if you want your website reviewed, all you have to do is send the name of your business in the chat or send the link to me privately on Discord or just anywhere on Discord, it's fine. Up early? Okay. So you haven't been awake all night. That's good. Yeah, I actually stayed up for 30 something hours the other week. For whatever reason, I'm not entirely sure. It's the worst decision I ever made. Never actually been awake for 24 hours. I was just curious what would happen if I was awake for more than 24 hours, and it's a bit weird feeling you get, especially once it turns morning again, and it still feels like nighttime in your head, kinda. So even like the next day, it just still feels like it's nighttime in a weird way. That was interesting. Cool. So just turn into the live stream under website reviewed. All you have to do is send the name of your business in the chat or send me a private message on Discord with the link to your website. Easiest way is just to send the name of your business in the chat. Don't send the link. If you send the link, it will get automatically removed. So just send the name of your business in the chat. That's it. Friend of mine is trying to send you a request. He's probably sending the link to his website, which is obviously the most common issue that most people run into. So just send the name of his business in the chat. He doesn't have to send the link. He can't send the link. It will just automatically get removed, or he can send it on Discord as well. Both works. Both works. He's not getting through the chat. Yeah, that's probably why. So if you accidentally put like the whole website link, it will just automatically be removed by YouTube. Like I can't see it, no one else can see it. Only he will be able to see it, I think. So it looks like he sent the message, but it's actually not visible for anyone else. Or you can just send us the name of his business as well. And we can do it that way as well. Cool. If you're just tuning into the live stream, if you want your website reviewed, all you have to do is send the brand name, the name of your business in the chat, no links, just name of your business. I'll Google it, I'll find it. Or you can send me a private message on Discord and send the link. The business is Immigrant Corp. Interesting. Let me open this in another window first, because it sounds a bit weird. But no, it's fine. Okay, cool. So the next website we got to review is going to be Immigrant Corp, also in Sandstone. I want to call it Sandstone, but it's obviously not stone. Let me close these down. Close that one down. Cool. So can't even pronounce it. Immigrant Corp. This is a business startup mentoring business. Marketing consultant, it says here. Can I translate this to English? Yes, marketing consultant in Virginia. Let's have a look at what they are doing. I'm gonna accept the cookies right here. I don't think this is. It might be a Wix website, actually. Okay, first thing here. I'm not entirely sure if this is his own video here at the top. I'm guessing this is gonna be a stock video. Saying his typing is just like the above by showing some relaying. Okay, that's fine. I'm not sure if this is his own video. If this is his own video, I think it's perfect. If it's a stock video, it might make a bad impression if someone decides to contact him, and then it ends up not looking like this, which is obviously not very good. But that's just minor thing. So for this business, he's doing business startup mentoring. I'm assuming that will be the most important keyword for him then. Business startup mentoring in Sandstone. Let's see, he's ranking number 1. He's actually ranking number 1 as well. I don't think there's a lot of competition in Sandstone. I think you guys are doing really well in terms of organic, which is great. Marketing, what's the other one he's doing? Marketing, what does it say here? Just marketing. Anyway, in terms of the homepage here, once again, I would try to update this to reflect what the business is actually doing. So what services he's providing. Welcome to, it doesn't really say that much in terms of what the business does. You want to make sure you grab the user's attention right away when they land on the website. Welcome to, I mean, it could be anything. And in terms of business consultancy, I kind of like the colors or the color theme that he got, but to me it also seems a bit childish at the same time. Maybe works in the US. I mean, the cultural differences, I mean, it's huge, right? But I worked with a lot of US based businesses, and I mean, if you're looking for a business consultant or a business management service, he's doing a lot here: website design, marketing, training. Yeah, has a lot of services. I don't know, the color scheme seems a bit off to me, but I mean, that's a personal thing, I guess. Moving down, just another agency. I think this is fine. Adding numbers, that's perfect. People love to see numbers, so that's great. He has a lot of content in here as well. Moving down again, another title. We offer these services: business setup, business coaching, business marketing, website design. Read more. I'm curious where this would take us. So if you read more, it takes us to entrepreneur.com, written by Tiffany. Who's this? Is this the person who runs the... No. I don't think so, right? I don't think this is the owner of the business. I'm assuming, right? Okay, I'm assuming this is not the owner of the business. So I'm not entirely sure why this read more button is taking me to entrepreneur.com. Why is it taking me here? Like, where am I? What happened? I'm trying to buy a business consultant service from you. I wanted to read more about it, but you sent me over to entrepreneur.com, to this random article. What's up with that? I don't know. It's just, usually if you link to another website, yeah, it's not the owner. That's what I thought. If you link to another website, I mean, I probably wouldn't link it with a button, because usually buttons just seems like you're gonna link to somewhere on the website and just takes me to a different website. I wouldn't link it here. In terms of these services he's offering, I noticed that he does have specific pages for these services, like website design. He does have an actual page here, but he's not internally linking to it here on the website, which he should be doing. So what I would do if I was in his perspective is add website design. Under website design, I would add one button. Let me actually do a little showcase for you. Okay, what I would do is, can I do square with this one? No, I cannot. Okay, what I would do is just add one button here, one here, one here, remove this one. This one links to business coaching, this one links to marketing, and this one links to website design. And that way the user, if I want to read more about what you're doing for business coaching, I would click there to read more. If I wanted to read more about what you do for marketing, I would click that button. If I wanted to know more about your website design services, I would click there. That way Google can also find those pages easier if you link to those pages internally. And the home page is going to be the page where you have the most authority on your website, so it's going to be extra important that you're doing internal linking from your home page. So these are going to spread the authority of the home page to these pages. Okay, cool. Moving down, Amazon Business Setup. Here, once again, I love doing this. I just figured out a way to do this in a more interactive way. What I would do here, where did my mouse go? Oh. Hello? Where is it? I can't even see my mouse anymore. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. I can see. Oh, there it is. Here, I would add another button. Maybe not this big, but you get the idea. I would link here to read more about Amazon Business Setup. Okay? You also have to think it as like a sales funnel. If you're a user and you want to buy a service from you, Amazon Business Setup, there's no way for me to buy this service. I might be like, okay, I want to get this Amazon Business Service. Where do I go? There's no like, you have to kind of like, I've used this analogy before, but it's kind of like taking the user of your website, holding the person in the hand, and then just walking them through the website. That's what we want to do here. And obviously the person would get lost in this example because there's no way to learn more. Same goes for this right here. This little figure, I kind of like it, to be honest. I like it from a branding perspective. Okay, we've got some messages. I totally forgot. Not the owner. This website had a great article. Yes, entrepreneur.com, it might be a great article. I would link to it somewhere else on your website. I wouldn't link it to it like on that button. It just made no sense. It didn't give me as a user any context about the link. I didn't expect to go to entrepreneur.com. There was no information about it. Yeah, so if you link somewhere else, you have to kind of be contextual about it. If you link somewhere in a text, for example, you might reference something and you might link to somewhere else. That makes sense. Can I... Oh yeah, sorry. And look at my posture as well. I can tell I've been sitting here for way too long. I'm just slouching so much. Oof. Alright, that's better. Let's go down here. That's good. I would recommend to do a blog, or not. You could do a blog as well, but for the main services that he provides, just create service pages. One page for this service, one page for this service, just as any other website. I think that's just the... When I create a website, that's the basic thing I'm gonna do. If I offer different services, I'll create one page for this service, one page for this service, one page for another service, because it adds structure to the website. It makes it easy for Google to understand what each individual page is about. It makes it easier for users to understand what each individual page is about. It just makes it the structure of the website a lot better. And that's just the basics of it, really. Do you think it's a good idea to give them the whole meal? Now, I would want them to contact us to learn more. Yeah, the thing is, this is also what a lot of people think. Like, you're limiting the amount of content that you provide, so people are more inclined to call you. But in most cases, if the questions that they have, and if they're not convinced that you will provide the service that they need, because you haven't showed them enough knowledge about the service, then they're not going to contact you because they're not convinced. So you have to convince a user to contact you. And a lot of users are, like one user might be really easily convinced. He might read 5 words and he's like, okay, this is the service that I need. I'll contact him straight away. Other users might need 10 days to make a decision, and they'll do research. They will open up different businesses, then they will Google a bunch of different times, and they will look at all these different websites and services that different companies are providing. And if your website doesn't stand out in terms of what services you provide, and giving enough context on what you've done before and everything else in terms of just showing your knowledge in that specific area, they'll just go with someone else. And you're losing out business. So by just adding more content to your website, you're converting those people that are looking for just, they are more easily converted to an actual client. You're going to convert those people, but you're also going to convert those people that are less harder to convince, essentially. And I had something I was going to say. It's getting too late. I had something else I wanted to mention, but yeah, I totally forgot. But yeah, that's the basics of it. I was gonna go somewhere with whatever I was saying. Yeah, I think you understand my point. You want to provide enough content for people to be satisfied and see you as the authority on that specific topic. If you compare it to my YouTube, for example, I'm providing a lot of content for free, and a lot of people watch my videos, and they could technically do exactly what I'm doing by watching my videos. I'm not selling any courses. I'm not selling it like the information that I'm doing. I'm telling everyone exactly what I'm doing, completely for free. Some people don't have the time to do it. Some people want an actual expert to do it. So they reach out to me and they hire me to do that specific job. And that's what you see with a lot of different businesses as well. They provide a lot of free content. You provide a lot of free content. A lot of people watch that content. Not everyone is going to buy your service, but you're going to have 1 to 5% of those people watching your content, either on your website, reading your content on your website, or watching it on YouTube, or looking at it on LinkedIn. Those people are going to convert into paying customers. What's a good way to gather leads off page? Just speaking from personal perspective, I find the trend is moving towards people are afraid to pick up the phone and call and want to everything online without having to speak to someone. I'm definitely one of those people. I think it's about the younger generation. People don't call people anymore. How do you donate to my channel? I have no idea how you do it, to be honest. I think there's a button somewhere. I think there might be a link in the description as well. What's a good way to gather leads off page? I'm not entirely sure what you mean by what's a good way to gather leads off page. Let me translate this, see if it makes it make more sense to me. Have a look. I guess off page is just talking about like off the website entirely. And super agree with free content. I think you'll ever lose money by giving away free stuff. Personally, only hire people based on the quality of their free content. Exactly. Like no one is gonna have any idea of what services you provide if you don't showcase your knowledge in your specific area. So that's going to be super important. But yeah, moving on his website, I think everything else. Okay, this just a quick issue with his website. If you hover on our work, you see that logo button pops up, and if I try to click on it, look now when I move my mouse over it, gone. Gone. So, like, this is gonna be so frustrating from a user perspective to click on, because you can't do it. Anyway, gather leads off page. I mean, this is the same thing. We provide free content everywhere. Provide value essentially. Providing value, and your customers will come, and that's how you do it. And then from there, obviously, reputation will play into it, and you can do paid marketing and so forth. But offering free services, I think even Dogs Matter actually did this. They had like free gift even. I mean, a lot of free things. Barrier to entry should be very low. And oh, I just remember what I wanted to mention before. These types of services, which are high ticket priced. I mean, buying a eBay business setup, I'm guessing this will cost you a couple thousand. I'm not sure about your price range, but I'm guessing here. Especially in the US, prices are a bit higher than what you would charge in Sweden, for example. Website design also is going to be a couple thousand. The higher the cost of that service or the item, the more research people will do. It's just natural. If you're buying a house, you're going to research so many hours, unless you're like a billionaire, because you can just throw away like a couple million. You don't really care about it. But most people, like buying a house, is a high ticket item, so they'll do a bunch of research behind it. Same goes for these services. They're also high ticket items. But if you're buying a $1, I don't know, if I'm going and buying a Red Bull, I'm not gonna stand in the store for an hour and compare like, oh, should I buy the Red Bull? Should I get this Red Bull? Or should I get something else? I'm not gonna start Googling like which is the best Red Bull. Some people do that, but not majority of people, because it's just a quick thing I'm getting because it's just so cheap. But if you're high ticket item, well, obviously harder to convert people, takes longer, and you need to be more convincing, obviously. Cool. Do we have anyone else who's interested in getting their website reviewed? I've been rambling for a long time, but I'm happy to do more. Slouching again. If you want your website reviewed, all you have to do is send the name of your business in the chat, so I can find your website. And you can also I'm starting to get so slow in my head at this point. You can also send the link to your website on Discord. So if you join the Discord channel, which is linked in the video description, you can send me a private message, or you can send the brand name, the name of your business in the chat. If you send the link, I can't find it, so just take that into account. Just send the name of your business, not the link. Cool. Now we've got a 5-minute break till the next one shows up. Hopefully your friend was fun and beneficial. I mean, hopefully something was valuable, some new perspective. Also, I would appreciate if you're watching, if you could leave a like on the live stream. Yeah, it does help a lot, so I appreciate it. If you could subscribe as well, I'm not entirely sure if everyone in here is subscribed already, but if you want more content about the Wix website design, I have a couple of other videos on the channel as well you might not be interested in, but there are. I've started doing debit card reviews, which I think is pretty interesting. Diversifying my content a little bit, so there's that. long we've been going? We've been going for 2 hours. Oof. I think this is the longest live stream we've been doing. I feel like it's been pretty good though. I mean, we had some nice discussions. The other thing about or just giving advice is that I also pick up on things and I think about things in a new perspective, which also makes me just not learn, but it just makes me think on how to handle different situations from a marketing perspective, which is also beneficial for myself, to be honest. Is that like a piece of dust flying down the camera? That's a bit embarrassing. Do we have anyone else who want their website reviewed? All you have to do is send the brand, your name of your business in the chat, or send me the link to your business in Discord, and the Discord channel is linked in the video description, live stream description. While we're waiting again, I'm just gonna have a look. See, it don't happen again. The YouTube video is copyrighted with copyrighted free music. It's just funny. Oh yeah, the rest of it is just copyrighted. Perfect. Let's do the next one, I guess. Cool. If you just turn into the live stream, if you want your website reviewed, all you have to do is send the name of your business in the chat, or send me the link to your website on Discord, and I'll review your website from an SEO perspective, from design perspective, completely for free. Normally the service would cost you a couple of $100 an hour, so it's a good deal for everyone all around. How do you market your business? Alright, let's see if we get anyone else who's interested. I've had some interesting websites throughout these. I don't usually do these live streams. I've done them a couple of times before. But usually when I do them, we usually end up having at least one or two really weird websites. Or like, not weird, but just awful. Let's see if we get lucky today as well. If you just tune into the live stream and you want your website reviewed, all you have to do is send the name of your business in the chat, not the link to your business, just the name of your business, and I'll review it. I'll give you some input from an SEO perspective as well as design perspective, or one of them, whatever you want. The Dogs Matter web, you've done like a really good job with design. Like you can tell, there's been a lot of hours spent on the design right here, especially because it doesn't look like a Wix website. And I'm saying that as a bad thing, and I mean it is, because some people basically just have, I don't know. There's something about the Wix where I can easily spot if it's a Wix website, but this website, I can't tell that it's a Wix website. The only thing that makes me able to see it is this menu here at the top. But other than that, everything looks very custom, looks very cool. Very modern, very sleek, very on brand. So overall, I love the website. Don't just change the menu because I mention it, but if you want to change it, you can. I would, I mean, I would do it, but it's up to you. If you just joined the live stream and if you also want your website reviewed, like these lovely people in here as well, all you have to do is send the name of your business. So only the name of your business. Don't send the link, please, in the chat, and I'll find your website and I'll give you some feedback in terms of marketing or SEO or website design. And you can make some improvements based on that, or just don't listen to me at all if you think I'm just talking out of my ass, but usually people find it beneficial. And this would normally cost you a couple of hundred just to get this done. Yes, we got Jay. Welcome to the live stream, Jay. Thanks for tuning in. We got another website. I'm very happy about it. We've been waiting for a long time, Jay, so thanks for tuning in. Okay, we got the next business. Let me open it up. Let's see what we got here. Qualifiedmovers.org. I think I recognize this. Okay, Jay. We got a lot of improvements to make here. Let's try not to be too harsh here. just making sure. Is this your website, Jay? Before I start, because maybe it's just someone else. A couple of live streams ago, someone sent me the name of their business. I just opened up their website. It wasn't their website, but I went on rambling for like an hour without reading the chat, and then yeah, I read the chat and it wasn't their website, so it was a bit pointless, but interesting. Let's see, Jay. I think there's a delay, or Jay left. Let's see if Jay responds. If someone else also joined and want their website reviewed, all you have to do is send the name of your business in the chat. Please don't send the link to your website, because if you send the link, it will get automatically removed. Just the name of your business and I'll find it. Let's see here, Jay. I think Jay is not here anymore. So I think I'll just put it on hold till Jay comes back, I guess. We'll see. Wrong website. Okay. Qualified Moving LLC. Okay, let me have a look here. Is it .net? .net? Maybe. Oh, this looks better. Is this your website? Reading PA. Ah, in reading. Is this it? Yes. Okay, cool. Yeah, this looks a lot better. Okay, I'm not gonna be that harsh on you though. Okay. Qualified Moving. Cool. It's a Wix website, I can tell that. Maybe it's not a Wix website. I think it is a Wix website. Oh yeah, it is a Wix website, right? I can easily find that out. Wix, yeah, okay. It is a Wix website. Qualified moving. Qualified moving. So what were we doing here? What services? We're doing moving, like cleaning, moving, house moving services, apartment moving. I can see that you worked on some SEO here. You've created, for everyone else that has watched the live stream so far, I mentioned this a couple of times to create pages for each service that you provide. And I think Jay maybe watched one of my videos or just figured this out some other way. But I think he created, yes he did, a page for each individual service. Or did he? Oof. I mean, Jay, from a design perspective, you do need help. I think from SEO perspective, you kind of know what you should do, which is good. You're lacking a lot of content. Okay, let me structure this review a bit more. Let's start with the homepage to begin with. Welcome to Qualified Moving LLC. Once again, I wouldn't add welcome to the main page. You don't really see any web. If you look at your main competitors, do they have welcome on their homepage? Usually not, and it's just because it kind of, I don't know, it feels like it's like the beginning of the 2000s, right? When just internet was new and everyone just welcome to my website. You don't have to do that. Instead, I would put some of your main keywords in here just to add some relevancy to your homepage. Once again, I've said this to a couple of people so far, and welcome to is a lot of people tend to do it. But instead here, I would probably do Qualified Moving LLC in Reading, PA, which I probably stands for, I have no idea. It's some state in the US, I'm guessing. So Qualified Moving LLC in Reading, PA. Moving services, house moving services, whatever it is, like your main service. Put that in the main title of the website itself. Then you have some body content down here. I think that's fine. The header image here, that you have, the background image, I would change the background image. It's low quality. I can't really see what it is, to be honest. It just looks like you packed some furniture, which is good. But it doesn't really scream quality to me when I see this image. I would change it to someone else. Maybe just add once again, hire a photographer. If you have a limited budget, don't hire a photographer. Just speak to a friend who's a photographer, or just take pictures with your phone. I mean, phones are pretty good these days. Get some good light, something like this. Grab a picture. Make sure it's horizontal as well, not vertical, so it fits the format pretty well, and then you can just have a picture of yourself or something like that. I think that would add a bit more personal feeling to the website, because once again, it's a local business, and you want to make sure that it feels like a local business that offers quality behind the product that you offer or the service that you offer. That's just my general feedback from the top right here. This is also a bit hard to read, but it's mainly because of the background image that you have right here. On top of that, I would add a button straight away under this text. Let me do this again. I would add a button right here, because usually if someone is looking for a moving service, not like we talked about before, where people have a lot of questions about moving services or cleaning moving services, because moving services, people usually don't compare businesses as much. People still do in terms of price points, but here you want to make it as easy as possible to just book your service. So here I would add contact us, contact, or book now, whatever it is, some button right here that takes users to your contact page or book page. Okay, so just add a button here. I think that would be great. And I would also change the color of this blue color. It doesn't really fit the branding that you have on the website. Maybe your branding is blue, I'm not entirely sure. Let's have a look on your Facebook. Maybe Maybe I opened your okay, I opened your personal Facebook. I was not meant to do that. I would link to your, I would add a business Facebook page here as well. I think that's cool. Moving company, where does this take me? This doesn't exist. You have to fix your Twitter button as well. LinkedIn, does this work? No, that doesn't work either. So fix your social buttons as well. But yeah, I would change the blue here. I don't think it fits with the rest of your website. Videos are great. Shows what you're doing, shows what service you're providing. I think that's great to have. But before you add these videos, or maybe next to these videos, I would maybe have the video. I have to check so I can see what I'm actually showing. Okay, so I'd have the video here. This is not a great way to show it either. Let me open Paint. So let's say this is the video, right? So you have your video here. And then you have your title here. We move your stuff, right? So that's the title. And then underneath the title, you have your body text. We move your stuff in blah, blah, blah. And then this obviously just keeps going. And now it looks a bit weird, but you get the idea. Should be something like this. Like that maybe. Perfect. And then underneath this, I will probably add another button because you have different services pages. So under this one, I would add another button, and this could link to, let's say this was talking about house moving, and then book house moving services or service, I don't know, something the button should say. And then there you go. That's probably the design I would go for. And then for, you have two videos, right? 1, 2, yeah. The next video, now I'm kind of just doing from design perspective, but it's also a bit of SEO because we're doing internal linking as well. For the second video, I would add the other video. I know it's a bit smaller, but that's fine. I would just switch it up so the video goes on the other side this time, because otherwise it looks a bit weird. So add the second video to other side, and then you do the same thing again. You add another title here. So this one can be, I don't know, apartment moving. We also do apartment moving. Cool. So now we got another title. And you can see we're also including some important keywords in here that adds relevance to your website as well and to the services that you provide. And in these titles, you could potentially also add in your local city or where you're operating, where you're offering your services, just to add some of that extra relevancy to that page. So we also do apartment moving here, and then once again you do the same thing in terms of body content. You just add a bit of content. If you're not good at writing yourself, ask a friend, ask a family member, hire someone on Fiverr to do it for $5-10. They'll just put some text together. So yeah, that's gonna be important. But yeah, same thing here. Blah 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 blah. We do apartment moving in California. I don't know. I don't remember where it was, but same thing here. And then another button here, so you can easily book that service that you need. And then once again, this one would link to apartment moving. Click here. Awful call to action, but you get the idea. Cool. And then up here is your header that you had before with your main title over here, and then some other content and blah 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 blah. That's what we do in the homepage. Great advice. I'm glad it's helpful. Hopefully it makes sense. If someone just tuned in and also want their website reviewed, if you want some help on tips and tricks on SEO, send the name of your business in the chat. Don't send the link, just the name of your business, and I'll Google it and I'll find it. If you send the link, it's going to get automatically removed. So just keep that in mind. Cool. moving on with Jay's website here. So we've walked through. I will also make it a bit shorter because it's very tall at the moment. Just make it a bit smushed together. I don't know how to describe it. English is obviously not my first language, as you can tell. But yeah, I would compress it. It doesn't make sense. Just make this smaller. I haven't. It's late. Okay, it's 11 o'clock at night. I should be sleeping right now. Moving on, you have a bit of text here. You have something that says, get in touch with additional questions or to learn more. But Jay, where do I learn more? I'm just a user. I have no idea. I have no idea where to click. So here you could link in the text, learn more or get in touch. Link the get in touch to your contact page and maybe learn more, link that somewhere else. Or just add a button underneath, and probably I would add a bit more content on here, just space it out a little bit and just add relevancy to that page again. And yeah, adding a button here would obviously be beneficial as well, just to make it easier for people. Jay Drummond, thank you for subscribing as well, I appreciate it. I do have a lot of SEO content on the channel as well, for Wix specifically, so if you want to watch those later, you can do that as well. I go a bit more into detail about specific things and what's important to think about and stuff like that. But yeah, adding a bit more content here would obviously be good. Your English is great. Thanks, I appreciate it. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it's just hard to find some words to describe things, which is what it is, but that's fine. Service, always prepared. Jay, what's this section? Did you just start building this section and you gave up, or what happened here? What happened? Always prepared. For what? What are you prepared for? Is it gonna be a war? Are you prepared for war? Are you prepared for services? Or like moving services? What are you prepared for? Doesn't say a lot. I would probably, and once again, it's a really low quality image of some water bottles, 2 small TVs, and some huggies, whatever that is, diapers, I would guess, and some mattresses. I would change this image. I think it's really important that you actually have your own images, which you do have, but your own images are not that great. I'm new to website building. I understand that. I understand. I'm just joking around, so if I'm being too harsh, my humor is very, what's it called? Let's see, once again, I lost a word. It's, what's it called? It's called, sarcasm. So even though I'm being harsh, I'm just joking around. But yeah, you're doing a great job for being a beginner. I understand that, and that this is the issue that most small or local businesses have, is that they're good at offering their service. They're great at their service. They're great cooks. They're great chefs. They're great dog trainers. This specific dog trainer is also a great designer, but not everyone is. You have great electricians, you have great plumbers, you have great, I don't know, cafe owners, baristas, but not everyone is a website designer, and that's just how it is. And if you're on a low budget and you can't afford to pay anyone to do it for you, you just have to kind of like do the best that you can. But yeah, hiring a photographer I think is going to be really worth it, because you want to have your own images, because it adds that extra authority to your website and people trust you more. But adding low quality images also hurts your business, because low quality images, low quality service. Low quality website, low quality, like it badly reflects on your brand if your website is shit, frankly speaking. And your website's not shit, but your images are. But yeah, best prices in Central PA, local labor only move, starting at $30 per hour. I think that's fine. Save time and money. That's value proposition. For you personally, how in depth do you find you have to learn about your client's profession when you're working with them to be able to do SEO for them? It depends what type of business it is. I mean, some are more technical than others. I mean, if you're doing like space engineering, I'll probably have to do a lot of more research. Or if you're doing, I worked with businesses. I worked with a tobacco business, like cigarette selling company, which is you have a lot more restrictions you have to follow, a lot of new rules and regulations, and you can't say this and you can't say that. And also in terms of Google, what you can and can't do. And Google doesn't rank tobacco products anyway. But yeah, some industries have more regulations to follow, some have less regulations. Some businesses are a bit more easy to understand. But usually I spend at least a couple of hours doing research, depending on what type of business it is. But at this point, I feel like I've worked across pretty much every industry. I don't think there's any industry I haven't worked in, to be honest, or worked with. I've done plumbers, I've done electricians, I've worked for restaurants, I worked for solar panel companies. I've never done any like auto companies, like car manufacturers. That's something I haven't done. But I've done most industries at this point. And I do have like a pretty wide perspective. But yeah, if it's a totally new industry, I have no idea what it is. I have no idea what type of product. Like some are very specific. Like some businesses sell like specific pipes for something very, very niche and specific. I'll obviously have to dive into that specific area for a couple of hours at least, just to get a perspective on what services they're offering. But yeah, Jay, back to you. I'm sorry. Sorry, Jay, for holding you up. But yeah, we'll start with changing those. We'll walk through that. This, I'm not sure what you're doing here, so remove it, update. I don't know what you want to do here, but something has to be changed. What we can actually have a look at is moving services in PA. I don't know what PA is. Pennsylvania? I was right. Moving services, Central PA. Let's see what we get. Allied. This might be like a nationwide. Yeah, I think this is like a nationwide one, so I'm not going to use this as an example. Exceptional movers. This is your competitor, Jay. So you have to beat these people. Oh, and they also gotta have Jay, I have such an opportunity here to just dominate the industry in Central PA. Like, look at your competitors. The website took ages to load. It looks awful. They have like a, what's it called? Stock photo image of some random guy. They just Googled like moving guy. Took the first image they saw and just added it on here. Like barely any content on here. Information is not really structured. You have a good opportunity here to be able to actually outperform your competitors and get a lot of business. But what I recommend you to do is make sure you search your main keywords. If you have no idea what your main keywords are, I would recommend you to use Google Keyword Planner. Google Keyword Planner. You can get some ideas on what people are searching in terms of keywords. You can also use SEMrush, which is a paid tool. This tool right here. It's I think it's $50 a month, $40 a month, but that gives you a lot more insights in terms of keywords and also the intent behind the keywords. The intent, I don't think I've covered this when you were here, Jay, but the intent is essentially each individual keyword has a different intent. If I am searching for white t-shirt, I'm obviously looking to buy a white t-shirt. I'm not looking for information about a white t-shirt. So the intent behind white t-shirt in the broad picture, generally, the intent behind white t-shirt when someone Googles it is that they want to buy a white t-shirt. But if I search for Pennsylvania, I'm not looking to buy Pennsylvania. I'm looking for information about Pennsylvania. So you have to understand the intent behind each individual keyword. If someone is searching for professional moving services in Pennsylvania, they're obviously looking, there's a purchase intent behind it. They're looking to purchase that service. But if someone is looking for best moving services in central PA, they are looking for information. They are in the informational stage of their English again, purchase decision. They're still doing their research. They haven't really decided yet. They're still looking for, okay, what are the different types of companies and which one should I pick and why and so forth. So a different type of intent behind. That's the basics of it. I'm not sure if Jay is even here anymore. It's been quiet for a long time. So maybe it's not even here, but if you just tune into the live stream and if you want your website reviewed, just send the name of your business in the chat. Don't send the link, just the name of your business. Because if you send the link, it will get automatically removed, and then I'll give you some tips and tricks in terms of SEO and website design. You can also send the link if you join the Discord channel. You can send it to me personally on Discord. Where can I get information on hiring your services? Is that something you do with local businesses? Yes, I do work with local businesses, although I'm pretty busy at the moment, I'm not gonna lie. But what you can do, Jay, is send me an email. I do have an email somewhere down here underneath the live stream, so you can just send me an email. Just send me a couple words. I'll remember your name anyway. Just say, hey, could you do this, blah 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 blah. Doesn't have to be more than a couple of words, and then I'll just get back to you probably by the end of the week. Cool. While we're waiting for someone else to want their website reviewed, and once again, if you just turn it to live stream and you want your website reviewed, all you have to do is send the name of your business in the chat. Don't send the link, just the name of your business, and I'll find your business and I'll review it. And this was your website? Yes, it was. Reviews here are great because you want to convince someone that you're doing a great job. Only issue here, Jay, which I know, once again, website design is obviously not what you offer, or not your expertise. But yeah, you can't really read the whole review, and it's structured like stacked, which you probably know already, but just could probably make this better looking as well. But yeah, I think you could essentially get a lot of business from doing this. Oh, we got another business in here. Welcome, Art Deco. Harvey Young, Advanced Holistic Therapy. Well, this sounds very, very niche. I'm interested. I think that's enough for Jay. I think I gave you enough information for now. You have some stuff to work on. I think you can do this, what I described, on your own. I think that's fine. I think that's pretty easy in Wix. Have to go back to work. Awesome, thanks. No worries. Thanks for watching, Jay. I appreciate it. But yeah, let's jump over to Art Deco, Harvey Young, Advanced Holistic Therapy. This sounds very, very niche. Let's see what we got. Ooh, someone from London. Cool. Oh. So funny because he does posture specialist, and I think I need your services, to be honest. I wish I still lived in London. I was just talking about my posture before you joined in, to be honest, but yep. Alright, we got a professional posture specialist in here, so let's just sit correctly. Cool. Yeah, I have to make sure. I feel like I have a lot of pressure now. Harvey Young, Advanced Holistic Therapy, your holistic chiropractor and posture specialist in central London. Cool. Here you have a great example of someone adding your main keywords directly on the page. I can easily, as a user, land on this website, understand directly, okay, what services is this person offering? Is this business gonna be able to fulfill my intent if I'm looking for a chiropractor? I feel like I'm pronouncing that wrong, but whatever. I know directly that this is the right person to talk to, right? So that's good, instead of having welcome to or whatever else. So that's good. Great start. You also have the local area that you're servicing because you're a local business. Also great from SEO perspective because you're adding that relevance to your local area, which is also good. Let's just keep going down. I don't like. Yeah, I don't like the menu. Maybe that's just my personal preference, but I think it's a bit too big. And I didn't realize this was part of your header. I thought this was part of the page. This part, and I thought this was part of your header. I think your header is too big. And I love that your YouTube name is Art Deco, but you're just a chiropractor. I can't say it. But yeah, I think what I would do is move this down. Maybe you don't have a logo yet, but I would just hire someone to make a logo for you. It doesn't cost you that much. So, I mean, hire someone to get a logo for you. You probably have a logo already, but just add a logo up here instead. Let me do an example here. Now, this is not really from an SEO perspective. I'm just doing this from design standpoint. But what I would do is, where's my mouse here? Here, add your logo here. This can be your new logo. You can get it for free. I can send it to you. That's totally fine. There you go. You can clearly tell I've been awake for too long now, but yep. That's your logo. This part, just get rid of this. Your header is too long anyway. You can probably make your header like this. That's not very clear. But yeah, I think it's too big at this point. And then again, your holistic therapy and all the important keywords that you have here in the header at the moment, move that down here to the title here instead. And you have to kind of like figure out how you want to place the text and how you want to design it, but I would move it down here because you don't want to lose this, because this is good. Your holistic chiropractor and posture specialist in central London. That's good. I like that one. You just have to move it to the page itself and not in the header. And I like that you have a picture of yourself. I mentioned this a couple of times throughout the live stream as well. It's good. It adds authority. And you also added an alt tag to this image. I'm not sure if you watch my videos, but good job. You added an alt tag to this image as well. So if someone searches Harvey Young, they'll find you on Google, or they'll find you in the Google images, which also adds that bit of authority to your name, which also is a good thing to add from an SEO perspective. Cool, let's move down. About us. A lot of body content. Once again, chiropractor in central London. Here you go, full body. So there's a lot of keywords added throughout. I watch your videos. Okay, I can tell. Good, I like it. I like it. It's always fun to see people putting what I talk about in their actual websites, which is good. It's actually helping people, so that's cool. But yeah, you've added your keywords throughout the text. Harvey Young, advanced holistic therapy. It's good. You have body content in here. Services. Looks good. Our core values. Now, this part, I'm not entirely sure about. Yeah, I'm not sure about this. Yeah, as you can, header just smacked the whole page. I can't see anything anymore. But yeah, I'm not sure about the our core values. Maybe that's just a personal perspective, but this I would either just add it in text or just put a different design on it, because it doesn't feel like it matches the brand that you have on the website. It doesn't feel like it matches your overall brand aesthetic. You can probably just design this in Canva if you want to make the images yourself, because I think you just found these on Google, but you can probably, let me see if I can quote. Let's see here if we got any good templates on Canva. Yeah, okay, we're good. So yeah, on Canva, I mean, you can do something like this. It's a free tool to use. I'm not getting paid to say this. But you can just grab one of these designs. Some of them are paid for, but let's say you wanted to add like this one to your website. You can kind of make them match your design. Just add whatever core value you wanted to add. Just change the text. This is my core value. Blah, 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 blah. Just add your name down here. You can change the design here. So maybe this you want it to match your website. I don't remember what color you had, but purple or whatever it is. Then you can just download that image and upload it to your website. You made those on Wix. Okay, it's your own images. All right, I was wrong. But yeah, overall, I don't feel like they match your brand aesthetic, but that's maybe a more personal thing, so that's up to you. Articles, clinical services, what is activator methods, chiropractic therapy, and how it can help you, frequently asked questions. Now, for the articles here, clinical services, I wouldn't put this as an article, but technically it's not an article, is it? Maybe it is. Okay, I was wrong. I like your blog content. Your blog content is good. In terms of the title, if you have an article, if you imagine like an article on a newspaper or whatever other source you're looking at, usually the title is something more catching than just clinical services. Well, clinical services would be a good title for a page. It wouldn't necessarily be a good title for a blog post. A blog post would be more something along the lines of top 5 things you can do at home to improve your posture, or I don't know, how to improve your posture when you're 50, or something along those lines. That's better from a content perspective and not necessarily from a page perspective. So clinical services, I mean, I would probably change that to something else, like this one. What is activator methods? That's more like an article. Read full articles, that's good. You're doing internal linking on your page, that's good. Book appointment. Again, this red doesn't really match with your overall design of the website. It's also a bit hard to read, to be honest, so I'll probably change the design of this. Maybe like a darker green. Could be cool, or like similar to this one. But I understand that you want to have like your book appointment, because that's like your main call to action. That's the main thing you're selling to people, or the main thing you want people to do. So you obviously want to make that button stand out. But I feel like it doesn't feel, I feel like it doesn't match the color theme of the website. Maybe an orange color would match pretty well with green. I'm not entirely sure. But maybe an orange color would work. But then again, it's up to your brand. You want to make sure it fits your brand as well. But yeah, have a look at the colors right here. You can do color. There's a website for it. Related color scheme generator, something like that. Let me see. Yes, I think this is it. Can I start with a color? No, I cannot. Okay, but anyway, there's websites similar to this one. This is not really what I was looking for. But usually there's websites like this where you can just put in your main color, so it will be green in your case, and then you can get like matching colors. This is kind of similar to what you had on your website. This is just random. But this is a good idea if you're starting a new website. You could just get a color theme, and then you can get some ideas on like colors you can use. So as you can see, matching pretty well, all of these. This one probably works better with like a, I don't know, kids brand. Something else, and so forth. But yeah, there's like tools like that which you can use to get like matching colors if you're not really a design expert, which if you're a chiropractor, you're not going to be an expert on design. Maybe you are, I have no idea. But yeah, cool. You have different offices as well. Look at you, you're doing really well, eh? Someone is doing really well. You got multiple offices. That's cool. Great job. Moving back up again. Meet the team, experience. So you have, let me just go back because I wanted to look at this. View all clinical expertise. Where do I get here? Dogs matter. She knows what I'm gonna say right now. What we should do about this. You have a lot of services here. You have a great opportunity to rank for all of these services in your local area. And there's one simple thing you can do to fix this. And that is to link all of these services. You want to create a page for each specific service. And if you watch my videos, I probably mentioned this. Maybe I didn't. But each of these services, you would create one landing page for each service. Yes, 4 landing pages, exactly. So holistic chiroprac, I can't say it, let's take something else. Posture correction. Posture correction would be 1 landing page. You would have content just about posture correction, maybe some tips, 5 things you can try at home before contacting us, or blah 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 blah. Just talking about posture correction in central London. Just making sure this is really relevant to just posture correction, and that way me as a user, if I'm looking for posture correction services, this page gonna answer all of my questions, what you can offer me, what value you can provide, how I can contact you, and so forth. And this way all of these services that you offer, because I think all of these services have search volume in Google, you can rank for all of these keywords in Google as well. So you want to expand out your website and create that relevance for each specific service. Now, you have a lot of services. This is going to be a bit of a pain in the ass for you to create all the content for these pages. But it's going to be worth it. I can promise you that. If you do posture correction, for example. Yeah, let's see here. Posture correction. Posture correction, central London. All caps is a bit unnecessary. I guess if you're really in pain, you're gonna do all caps when you Google. Posture correction, central London. Posture correction, London. Here you go. This person is probably doing exactly what I just recommended. Let's have a look. Yes, treatments. See, treatments, posture correction. And what are they doing on here? Ooh, we have a great opportunity to rank here. They don't have a lot of content on here. But as you can see, main keyword, posture correction in London. Body content, have some like FAQ, right? Book online. Simple, right? And they're ranking number 1. They're probably getting a bunch of clients from this. Same thing goes for your other services as well. Holistic primary healthcare. No idea what it is, but someone is searching for it. Holistic primary healthcare, London. Is this a business? I have no idea what this is. Okay, let's go back. Functional methodology. Let's see what this is. This seems like, see, this is also important to remember. Mentioned this also throughout the live stream. You have to think about the search intent behind each individual keyword. This keyword, obviously people are looking for information, I think. Yeah. Obviously no one is searching this keyword to look for services and book a service. Like this is like chiropractors are probably googling this keyword and like reading this. I have no idea what this is on about. You probably are like well familiar with this. But it's important that you understand the search intent behind each individual keyword, because if someone is searching for this keyword, you can obviously see it's not going to be worth your time to target this keyword, because it's not going to be relevant. Whatever content you create about that service is not going to be relevant to this. Return to work rehab, that probably is going to have more relevancy here. Return to work and vocational rehabilitation after sick leave. Yeah, here's another one. You can easily create a page like this, and you would get some additional clients just from creating these pages. Cool. I'm not sure if you're still here, but if you are, that's where I would start. Harvey Young. And then, yeah, on top of that, I mean, from design perspective, I think you're doing pretty good. You have reviews on here, which is nice. Meet the team. It's not going to be that important. It's just you on here anyway. I like that you have your own pictures. That's good. They're high quality as well. Yeah, look at that. Perfect. A lot of content in here. See, you have a lot of content. You just have to separate it and create structure behind your website, which you already do. Just add those services, create service pages, and I think you'll be able to compete a lot better in the local search in the London area. And that's pretty much it. If there's anyone else who are or is in the live stream and also want their website reviewed, all you have to do is send the name of your brand in the website, name of your business. Don't send the link to your business, just the name of your business, and I'll find it and I'll give you some tips and tricks on things you can improve. But yeah, I think overall, I mean, your website is great. There's some couple of things you can improve. There's always things you can improve, obviously, but yeah, you're doing great. You already have multiple offices. Good job. I mean, all I can do is just applaud you, to be honest. You're doing great. How do you get Google search results to include site links? It's just about being the top ranking website, and Google is gonna pick it, so it's not up to you. It's just Google will decide. And it's also dependent on your website structure. If you have a good structure, Google will pick that up, and you're more likely to get site links. You're a star. Thank you so much for your feedback, and no worries. Thanks for watching. Thank you. Appreciate it. Fuck. My posture is not good at all, is it? I need to get one of those like AliExpress ads that you always see. We have like a belt or something. I used to have a really good posture before, but it's just, I don't know. You can see my shoulders are always like this kind of. Anyway, next time I'm in London, I'll make sure to book an appointment. Are there any inputs from real people in Google rankings, or is it all done using bots and computers? It's all bots and computers. The only thing that's human, I mean, it's you can get a manual penalty on your website if you're breaking the rules of Google, like buying backlinks to try to just hack the system to rank your website. You can get a manual penalty, and you will see that in Google Search Console, but then you can fix the issues, and they will review it, and if you improved it and fixed it, they will let you rank again. But that's pretty much it. So unless you're like breaking the law, or if your website is totally weird and something that's illegal and shouldn't be in Google, then it will be removed. But usually the crawlers will pick that up as well. But yeah, other than that, it's just an algorithm. In most cases, even what Google says, they barely know how the algorithm works. So I mean, the algorithm is its own little organism. We're just fighting the algorithm at this point. I'll give you a discount. I appreciate it. That'll be great. Yeah, I used to live there a year ago. Wish you would have told me earlier. I would have been in your office a lot earlier than this. All right. Do we have anyone else who want their website reviewed? All you have to do is send the brand name or the name of your business in the chat, and I'll review your business. Otherwise, you can send a link to me directly on Discord. Discord is free to join. It's linked in the description of the live stream. I think this will be, if there's no one else who wants their website reviewed, I think I'll end it pretty soon. It's been 3 hours of talking and it's 12 o'clock, so I probably should be heading to bed at some point. I think one more if we have anyone interested. Otherwise, I think I'll be tuning out. Let's see if we get someone. Oh yeah, I gotta show you this. This is so funny. Well, we're ending the live stream here in a bit, unless there's someone else who wants their website reviewed. Let's just have a look at this. This is the funniest part about YouTube. Like, I don't get why they haven't fixed an issue to this. This is just a bunch of bots. Look at this. Mr. Jane is legit, and her methods work like magic. I keep earning every single week with her new strategy. And then, like, all these bots reply to the comment. Wow, I'm just shocked someone mentioned expert Mrs. Jane. I thought I'm the only one trading with her. She helped me recover while I lost trying to trade myself. I think I'm blessed because if I'm not, I wouldn't have met someone who has as spectacular as expert Mrs. Jane. I think blah 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 blah. Yeah, YouTube has to fix that. It's so sad that people believe it as well, and then they're like, "Oh, who's this Jane? Tell me, I want to trade as well." And then they just send their bank details to some Indian scammer. No offense to Indians, I love Indians. There's a lot of Indians watching my videos, and I appreciate you all. Might as well be Russian hackers or someone else. Swedish hackers. Do we have anyone else who want their website reviewed? I got a bit off topic. Last chance, last offer, free. This would normally cost you hundreds of dollars to get your website analyzed. Free service, free. I don't think we have anyone else interested. I think we got most people. It was a good live stream. Yeah, thanks again for the donations that I got from 2 guys who joined in. It's really appreciated. Once again, I do it for free. If you could subscribe, if you're watching, if you could subscribe to my channel, that would be appreciated. Yes, you sent me an email as well. That's perfect. I'll get back to you on that as well in a couple of days, if not by tomorrow. There'll be a new video on the channel by tomorrow as well, or there should be if everything goes to plan. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Free to join the Discord channel as well if you're watching. Discord channel is free to join. You can speak to other people from the channel and discuss things and get some feedback on whatever you're working on, and also speak to me whenever I'm in there. Thanks again for tuning in. That's it. Thanks guys, and I'll see you guys in another live stream or another video.